Hey, folks, Cam Rogers here for the 49ers Report. I've got the latest 49ers rumors coming at you right now. Let's start things off with number one. Will Richard Sherman be fully cleared to practice soon? 3 Jed heads on this one. We're feeling pretty good about this. So, has not been given the green light to be fully cleared, but he is going through individual drills at minicamp as we stand. He's on track to be good to go for training camp, and this is really good news here because we're talking about a 49ers secondary that is on track to be pretty darn solid. I've talked about it many times on this program, especially at the cornerback position. You look at the depth chart, and it looks a lot nicer than it did a few months ago, folks. Richard Sherman, the top dog there. Akella Witherspoon on the outside as well. Love K'Wan Williams at the slot corner. Jimmy Ward, yeah, we'll see how he plays. He better be good if we're paying him $8.5 million. And then DJ Reed, rookie out of K-State, who I like a lot on special teams and as a depth option behind K'Wan Williams. So really like the secondary. Good news with Richard Sherman. He's getting healthier, and he's been in great spirits. So all the positivity in the world right there with Richard Sherman. All right, let's get to rumor number 2 on the list. Is Jimmy Garoppolo a top 10 quarterback? 4 Jed heads. Do not let anybody else tell you otherwise. Jimmy Garoppolo is a top 10 quarterback. Now, this coming from the Sporting News. They ranked all of the quarterbacks out there in the National Football League. Jimmy Garoppolo checking in at number 8. I think that is a solid number for him, and of course he won all 5 of his starts for the 49ers last year. He averaged 308 yards per game and 8.76 yards per attempt last year. Guess what? That would have been first in the NFL if Garoppolo qualified with enough playing time. The 49ers ranked 3rd in offense during the span of Garoppolo's starts. Also was 5th in scoring, 3rd in third down conversions at 50%. Garoppolo is deserving of being a top 10 quarterback, and you can kind of point to the fact that, yeah, the NFL is a little watered down right now, especially in terms of ability at the quarterback position, but still, Jimmy Garoppolo is one of the top-line players in the NFL. I watch the tape on him all the time, and I see it. And guess what? Garoppolo actually ranked higher than Phillip Rivers and Matt Stafford, according to the ranks here by Sporting News. So everybody out there gave me flack when I put Garoppolo ahead of the likes of Stafford and Derek Carr. Well, other publications are doing the same thing. So, yeah, I guess you should be mad at them too. Just saying. Let's get to rumor number 3 on the list. Breakout year for Joe Williams? We're going to have to put this firmly in the rumor category. 2 Jed heads on this one. So Kyle Shanahan certainly likes what he has been seeing so far, saying, quote, I think he has a different mindset, understands a little bit more of the standard of the NFL. Now, Williams rushed for 130 yards, averaging 5.2 yards a carry in the preseason last year. Obviously did not see any regular season reps. And guess what? I got Williams here at number 2 on my projected running back depth chart entering week 1 of the regular season. McKinnon, obviously the top guy. Then Joe. Matt Breida has shown some life as well. I like Mostert in special teams and Jeremy McNichols there as well. Joe Williams, do not sleep on him, ladies and gentlemen, but 2 Jed heads firmly in the rumor category. Let's take a look at the rumor meter. 0 heads, fake news. Do not believe in that rumor. 1 head, there's a little truth to it. 2 heads, as you just saw, it's simmering. 3 heads, we're faithful in it, pretty likely. And 4 heads, it's happening. All right, number 4 here on the list are the 49ers Super Bowl contenders. 2 Jed heads here on this one, folks. I'm not going to drink too much Kool-Aid with this rumor, so firmly in the rumor category. But Jonathan Jones of Sports Illustrated has the 49ers finishing with a 10-6 record, which would be their best season since 2013. The number 1 song back then, I think, was Thrift Shop. So there you go. 10-6 might even be enough to win the division in the NFC West, because I think the NFC West is going to be an absolute dogfight between the Rams, and then you also have the Seattle Seahawks, the Arizona Cardinals. I think all these teams are just going to beat up on each other, and 10-6 might be enough. Now, key arrivals are a big reason why I actually believe on this 49ers team here. Richburg there at center. Sherman at corner. Talked about him. McKinnon at running back. Jonathan Cooper. Don't sleep on his ability to be a good guard there. And Mike McGlinchey at right tackle, of course, the number 9 overall pick. Speaking of McGlinchey, is he going to be the top rookie in 2018? Well, he better be. I'm giving it 3 Jedheads. We're faithful in it. The Rumor Origin Bleacher Report, because they recently released their predictions for the top impact rookies for every single team. And for the 49ers, they went with Mike McGlinchey, considering he was drafted inside the top 10. You want to talk about return on investment? Yeah, he better be the top rookie for the 49ers. But mentioned DJ Reed. I like Richie James as well. Dante Pettis, a couple of good wide receivers there. They should all be pretty impactful too. But yes, it's pretty likely Mike McGlinchey is going to be the top rookie, I should say, for the 49ers here. And he has an opportunity to learn from Joe Staley, one of the better tackles of this century. So eventually Mike McGlinchey could be the left tackle for the 49ers. But for now, we'll stick with right tackle. Let's get to rumor number 6. Trent Taylor going to be a full go for training camp. 4 Jedheads here. It's going to happen. Kyle Shanahan feels very confident in the direction of Trent Taylor here. So he recently underwent a back procedure, which was due to, quote, wear and tear, whatever that means. And I don't think that's really a medical phrase, but I digress. Shanahan confirmed Taylor should be all good to go for training camp. But it's also a possibility the team will place him on the active/pup list at the start of camp. But he could also be cleared in a day or 2. So it's a low floor, high ceiling kind of situation here for Trent Taylor. But once training camp comes around, no worries at all about his ability. Now, watch out for Trent Taylor in terms of the regular season having a breakout campaign. Mentioned it a few times on this very program. I have a lot of faith in him to be able to rack up a lot of receptions and yards and maybe a couple of touchdowns here and there. All right, rumor number 7 here on the list is a sophomore slump coming for Reuben Foster. 1 Jedhead here, and I understand why people may see that, the legal issues, missing some off-season workouts, and the like. But we're talking about a guy who missed much of the offseason a year ago and still ranked 4th on Pro Football Focus's rankings of linebackers in 2017. So, I mean, 1 Jedhead with very good reason here. Reuben Foster having the ability to go through OTAs in his individual drills and go through mandatory minicamp this week and then eventually training camp will help him a lot to get ready for the regular season. A luxury he did not have, as I said, a year ago. So, will there be some cobwebs? Of course, and those will eventually just go away. So, there's no worries here about Reuben Foster and a sophomore slump. I'm very confident in his ability heading into 2018. All right, rumor number 8 here. Jerick McKinnon, is he going to be a fantasy football stud? 3 Jedheads on this one. Feeling pretty good. If we're talking just PPR, I'd give it 4 Jedheads, to be honest with you. But SB Nation noted that McKinnon was their first 49er picked in redraft leagues. And honestly, it makes sense. Historically, Kyle Shanahan has done a great job with running backs. Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman, even Carlos Hyde a year ago had a pretty productive season. So I mentioned PPR formats because the reports out of OTAs and now as we enter mandatory minicamp are McKinnon's all over the football field catching passes from Jimmy Garoppolo, and it seems like more and more fantasy football players out there are doing a lot more PPR formats rather than standard scoring. I'm more of a traditional guy. I still do the standard scoring, but let me know, by the way, do you guys do PPR or standard? Hit me up on that one in the comments section. Take a look at the career stats for McKinnon. They're not going to blow you away, but McKinnon's now going to be working with Kyle Shanahan, a fantastic offensive mind, so keep that in mind. All right, you see that rumor there? Dez to the 49ers. I have an update on him, but first, a word from our friends at Game Time.
Did you know that ticket prices can actually go down right before the game? That's where Game Time comes in. Game Time tracks ticket prices in real time from thousands of trusted sellers, then shows you all the best deals. So we can get tickets at the last minute for up to 60% off. Download Game Time now.
All right, guys, one head on Dez Bryant going to the 49ers, but I'm talking about this because Richard Sherman reportedly said, I'd love to have Dez in San Francisco. Guys, the reality is I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think the 49ers actually have any interest in this guy playing on their team, and I've said it many times here. I really do believe the 49ers are confident in the wide receivers that they have. Marquise Goodwin, Pierre Garçon, Trent Taylor. Kendrick Bourne, for crying out loud, is stealing a lot of positive headlines out of OTAs and mandatory minicamp because he's just catching everything from Jimmy Garoppolo. So as the 49ers coaching staff continues to see good play from the wide receivers, what's the point of bringing in Dez Bryant where he could perhaps do more harm than good at this juncture? Now, I want you all to pretend you're John Lynch. Would you sign Dez Bryant? Bring those comments. Let me know here on Facebook Live as well as YouTube. I want to hear your thoughts on this because it's very polarizing. I've been hearing a lot of Niner Empire saying no Dez Bryant. I've also been hearing a lot of Niner Empire saying bring in Dez Bryant. He'd be great for our team, especially in the red zone. So hit me up in comments. Tweet me at Mr. Rogers99. I want to hear from you guys.